the best in the industry. Do business with the Davis Realty. Do business with the best in the industry.
Welcome to another episode of the Don Davis Real Estate Show. It's your host, Don Davis of DDLRG, brokered by Compass, broadcasting live here from 6161 Savoy KKHT, the Word FM. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. Upon that rock, He built His church. Upon that rock, we have built our business, and our results are a reflection of our character. If you'd like to evaluate our results, feel free to check online at any time. You can go to HAR.com. You can go to Redfin.com. You can go to Zillow. You can go to several other sources to find out exactly how to screen your real estate agent before letting them help you make the biggest decision of your life. And that's the decision to buy or sell a home. And it is June the 28th, 2020. We are back into the social distancing mode as you see what's going on in the Greater Houston area, actually throughout the United States. They're starting to slow down and lock down because of the spike. So we do want to respect the virus, but we do not want to live in fear. So respect the virus. Go ahead and mask up. Go ahead and wear your gloves. Make sure you realize that this thing is real, but at the same time, do everything you can to stay healthy. Take your vitamin C, your emergency, and get plenty of exercise and drink plenty of water, and you'll be perfectly fine in 2020. And we always want to share some cutting edge news that we found in the real estate industry. I was able to run across a new Airbnb of storage. Yes, it's an Airbnb of storage. It's called Neighbor. And Neighbor is where you're now allowed to lease out your garage space that you're not using as a storage facility. So if you want to be a part of Neighbor, go ahead and register on the Neighbor app. It's equivalent to Airbnb for storage. Instead of going to a public storage, you can actually rent somebody else's garage. At the same time, as an owner, you can actually make profit renting out your garage. So that's our new cutting edge technology we found this week in the real estate industry. And then we also want to talk about the spike. You say the spike in the virus has also caused a spike in the real estate market. As a matter of fact, when we call to schedule showings right now through our centralized showing service, you get placed on hold because more people are buying homes now than ever before. And people say, well, Don, that's an oxymoron. How can people want to buy during a pandemic? It seems to be that people either don't like their house or they don't like their spouse. And there's a lot of movement going on during this time because we're just seeing a lot of transitioning going on. And I shouldn't say it negatively also. Sometimes people do love their spouse, but they realize hey, we need two offices. We need separate offices at home. Or maybe we didn't pick the right floor plan. Or maybe we should have gotten a community that doesn't have a homeowners association. Or maybe we should have got a community where we could build a shed and have our office on our property. So we're helping all types of people right now. We're also helping people who are looking to move closer to work. Some people are looking to bring work to their property, building on their property, and some are looking to move closer to work. So there's all type of transitioning going on in the market. And so that's caused a spike in activity for us. And people are definitely buying and selling homes right now. You just need to find out what side of the fence you're going to stay on. People say a pandemic is supposed to cause a financial hardship in our life. But if you look at it the right way, you can position yourself for success. Amazon has positioned themselves for success. Now people are ordering more things to the house, and Amazon is making more money than ever. Also, the plastic companies, the companies that are doing the social distancing stickers, the companies that are producing masks, they're all at an all-time high when it comes to earnings. So anytime you're in a pandemic or in a recession, I will reflect what they said in the Word of God, which is since we're on 100.7 FM, it simply means cast your net on the other side. Find out where the fish are biting and then transition to that side, and you can't go wrong. So we're going to go ahead and go to our first break. Keep in mind, love where you live, love where you work. Love's going to get you. DDLRG. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal.
I thought that Don Davis was honest and fair. He made us feel like family.
He was very communicative and very informative.
He just helped me to make it very easy, pointed me in the right directions, and gave me a lot of information about what to look out, for.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a Don deal. I do it once, I do it twice. Now there's steak with the beans and rice. Shout out to KRS-One. Love's gonna get you. Like I say, love's gonna get you. Love where you live, love where you work. DDLRG, brokered by Compass, broadcasting live here, 6161 Savoy, June 28, 2020. Talking about what side of the boat should I cast my net on in the pandemic, and I say, well, you need to cast it where the fish are biting. Some people are using this opportunity to start what we call they're starting their businesses. There's a lot of people who've been in corporate America for 20 years, 25 years. I met a gentleman that was working for Floor Daniel. He's actually going to become a home inspector, an appraiser. There's all types of opportunities out here to control your own destiny as long as you put God first. So don't let the pandemic make you paranoid. Just find out where to cast your net. And we've cast our net in the residential real estate market, not only here in greater Houston area, but San Antonio, Austin, and the DFW. As a matter of fact, we were in the DFW yesterday, passing a referral along to a client who's looking to pass a referral along to an agent, a great agent out there by the name of Brandon Hawkins. Hawkins Real Estate Group is going to be helping one of our clients build a custom home in the Red Oak, DeSoto, or Prosper area. Prosper, where Neon Dion has decided to settle, is a great area to go ahead and build a custom home and have some elbow room so you don't have to worry about the riffraff of the inner city traffic if you're looking to build in a DFW area. So custom home opportunities are always there. I tell everybody you start first by going to the Builders Association website. Here in Houston, ours is Greater Houston Builders Association. In San Antonio, it's GASABA, Greater San Antonio Area Builders Association. And that way you can start interviewing builders to find out who's going to give you the best deal for your buck. But keep in mind, the cheapest is not always best when it comes to custom homes. You definitely get what you pay for. So you want to make sure you interview those builders. Also give them an architectural plan of what you plan on building. Sometimes the plans make a huge difference in how things turn out, and also know the deeds and restrictions of the community you plan on building on. We're actually in the process of doing one out in Fulshire as well, where somebody's custom building in Fulshire, and they need to make sure that what they build is a minimum of 3,500 square feet in order to build in that community based on a deed restriction. So there's all types of opportunity to build, but keep in mind, it's not it's not a drive-through type deal. I tell everybody it's three types of constructions. There's custom, then there's semi-custom, and then there's track. There's custom, then there's semi-custom, then there's track. So you say, well, Don, what's the difference between those types of homes, construction, custom, semi-custom, and track? Well, track is typically like going through fast food. You say, hey, I want a number one, a number two, a number three. Basically, these are pre-planned homes that have already been planned by the builder, and you just go in and pick one. And due to that, it's mass production, and in mass production, the quality is not the same. Then you also have semi-custom. You have your J. Patrick homes. J. Patrick is where, hey, we put this floor plan out there, but you are able to make changes. So we give you some flexibility and some changes you want to make. David Weekley is another a builder that offers semi-custom products as well. So those builders will allow you to be semi-custom. You can make some changes, kind of like Burger King. I'll go ahead and step it up a bit. You can have it your way, you know what I mean, with semi-custom. But custom is where you say, you know what? Time is not an issue. We don't have to be in the house tomorrow, but we do want to make sure this is our last house. This is a house we really, truly want. So we want to customize every room. So I've recently toured one that basically this gentleman, he decided to have his daughters on one side of the house and his wife on the other side of the house. So basically he had the split floor plan, but his daughters and his mother-in-law suite were on the opposite side of the home. So they could actually enter in the home and outside of the home without disturbing anyone. They had a gym on that side. They had had a movie theater, they had an office, they had everything they needed on that property, but at the same time, it was customized specifically for their family's needs. So when it's time to build a custom home, keep in mind you need to love where you live and love where you work, and at the same time, contact Don Davis Luxury Realty Group at Compass Real Estate for your custom home needs. Let's go ahead and go to our next break. Love's gonna get you. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal.
DDLRG is for all family groups, whether it's singles, married couples, or families. They specialize, however, in the higher-end upscale properties, but they can handle all borrowers.
We want to create raving fans.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a Don deal. We're back. Don Davis Luxury Realty Group, brokered by Compass. Feel free to visit our website, compass.com. That's COMPASS.com. We're also offering a Compass Concierge program, a Compass Bridge Loan program, and also doing a pledge to spend 15% of our earnings with Black-owned businesses this year. So Compass is a great company. To learn more about those products, go to compass.com. The concierge program is simply for the seller who decides to sell their home and they don't have any resources to put back into the property to make the home available to sell. What Compass will do is go ahead and lend you the money at interest-free until closing to go ahead and fix up your house. That's right. My company, Compass, will go ahead and lend you the money interest-free until closing to go ahead and fix up your house to prepare for sale. Now, there is a limit on that. We don't want to rebuild your house, but go ahead and go to our website, Compass Concierge, compass.com. Look for Don Davis. 77046 is our zip code. Where our office is at 9 Greenway Plaza, and just take advantage of all the tools we offer. Not only do we offer that concierge program, we also offer the bridge loan program where if you have equity and you see a house you like and your house hasn't sold yet, you want to jump on that house. Well, guess what? We can borrow against your existing home to go ahead and make a purchase for that next home so you can get the best deal possible. And that's that Compass Bridge Loan program. And then for our vendors, like I say, our vendors, where we say Black Lives Matter, Compass is doing a petition to our agents are spending 15% of their marketing dollars with Black-owned businesses in the year of 2020. So there's a great opportunity out there to connect with Compass. You definitely want to connect with compass.com. Our CEO, Robert Refkin, is out of New York, and we are very large in both San Francisco, New York, Dallas. I believe here we have right at 300 agents between here and the Woodlands, and then we have 500 agents in the DFW. So you definitely want to learn more about Compass, and DDLRG has partnered with Compass as of June 1st to help take our business to the next level when it comes to luxury home sales. And people say, well, Don, what if I don't want to buy a luxury home? We still service you, because you have to realize that most of our luxury homeowners have children who need to buy homes. So they're first-time home buyers, because most luxury homeowners want their kids to learn how to survive for themselves. So they don't start them off in the $1 million house. They start them off 150 to 250 and make sure they understand that if I teach you to fish, you could fish for a lifetime instead of me giving you fish, cooking it for you. So you definitely want to take an opportunity to contact us, whether it's first-time home buyer, second-time homeowner, or a multi-million-dollar listing. We're able to assist you through Compass, and we definitely are hands-on when it comes to technology. The most of our IT department at Compass did come from Zillow, so we're able to offer you the technology of Zillow, but at the same time, the relationships of your local boutique brokerages. So that's just one of the benefits of our company. And June 28, 2020, like I say, this is an open segment. Had a few guests that couldn't make it today, but because of the social distancing and the spike in corona, so we're kind of giving everybody the opportunity to voice your questions on Facebook, and we can answer any questions that you like about your real estate situation. I understand some people say, well, should I refinance? Well, keep in mind, if you refinance, your principal goes up. Your principal balance will go up. Now, your payment might go down, but your principal balance usually will go up because there are origination fees and charges for refinancing. So you only need to refinance if it makes sense that your payment is going to lower so much that it's going to have a strong impact over that 30-year amortization that's going to knock off thousands and thousands of dollars. And people say 30 years. Yes, 30 years is a traditional mortgage, and it's usually about 360 payments that you end up making, and that principal usually is about 3 times the amount. So if you buy a $200,000 home and you pay it as scheduled according to the amortization schedule, there's a good expectation that you end up paying $600,000 for that home. So I tell everybody, make sure you buy a home and make sure you get a mortgage that does not have a prepayment penalty. So that way, if you're able to get aggressive and make those payments, then you don't have to worry about being penalized for paying the home off early. And you always want to look to leverage your real estate. Leveraging your real estate is not necessarily paying your home off. Sometimes it is a good thing to pay your home off. Sometimes it's a good thing to put that money in other places. So the ideal situation is have 22% equity where you can pay your taxes annually instead of monthly. And once you have 22% equity and you don't have to escrow, you're able to pay annually, then you control your own destiny. Now you can put that money up that they're collecting interest on, and you can actually invest that money in Robinhood and several other sources where you could dibble and dabble, as long as you know how to navigate your income to make sure you have enough for your property taxes at the end of the year. Also, make sure you do file your homestead. If it is your primary resident, you want to file that homestead so you don't have to be penalized for gains when it's time to sell. The worst thing that can happen and the best thing that can happen is when you go to sell a home, you having to pay capital gains is the worst thing that can happen. Because imagine thinking you're going to get $100,000 and you only get $65,000. Well, guess what? If you claim your homestead exemption, you don't have to worry about paying any taxes on that profit. And people think, oh, Don, that's an income. No, it's not. It's a gain. The difference between a gain and an income is income is taxable. A gain, if you claimed your homestead, is non-taxable. That's why I say primary residential real estate is the best investment you can ever do, because you control your own destiny, but you have to make sure you buy in a community where the school rating is an 8 or above, or there's some type of giant revitalization going on. And also major employers. As a matter of fact, if you live in the Fort Bend County area in Richmond, it's a great opportunity to sell your house there. If you bought a house for $200,000 in the Fort Bend, Richmond area prior to, say, 2015, I think it's a great opportunity for you to sell your home now, because a big company has just built a building right there off of 1464. That company is Amazon. So Amazon is instantly bringing value to the area by bringing jobs. Fort Bend ISD is already good. So now you have jobs, you have L8 Fitness, you have Target, you have shopping, you have Travis High School, all of that right there. It's a great time to put your house on the market. If you live in Aliana, Grand Mission, those immediate areas, and you paid right around $200,000 over 5 years ago, I think it's a time to cash in and transfer that equity to another property. Let's go ahead and go to our next break. Keep in mind, love where you live, love where you work. DDLRG, love's gonna get you. I am Don Davis of DDLRG Luxury International Real Estate, and when it's time to make a business decision about your residence, please keep in mind, it's a Don deal.
You want to excel, Don Davis is a great guy to work for. I mean, he's a great teacher and a great leader.
He's more than family. He's the guy that's actually helping me roll. I didn't know anybody when I moved out here. He's the guy rolling his sleeves up saying, come on, let's go move what you got to move.
When it's time to make a business decision about your residence, it's a Don deal. We're back. Don Davis, Lux Realty Group, broker by Compass. Did you know that Sam Karatala, one of the top realtors, and Katie just posted a question on Facebook. He wants to know, how has COVID-19 impacted the real estate market? And what I see, Sam, is right now, like I say, we're still strong as ever. Now, keep in mind, there are some expireds now. There are some properties going off the market, and the builders are winning that race. So keep in mind that if you competing with new construction, you have to price it right. You have to make make some incentives there for the buyer's agent to make it a done deal. Also, keep in mind that the projections all over the news is that fourth quarter this year is going to be stronger than ever. So imagine this. Imagine just a pause on the market. Just imagine everything. Usually our months that are strongest in the real estate market are spring and summer. So now we're basically taking a quarter off, and now your spring and summer is going to be from October to December, and then it's going to pick back up in March. So there's just a spotty market, but be ready, stay ready, in season and out of season, because people always need a place to live. And that's why we joined the residential real estate business. As you know, we don't jump out of the business. We don't go get a job when the going gets tough. The tough get going. And the 43,000 realtors, you'll start seeing some drop off because they didn't realize that they had to get professional photography, that they had to do open houses, that they had to do just listed, just sold. So your experience as a seasoned agent makes the biggest difference when the market gets tough. So the market is steady for us, but at the same time, if you're new, you should join a team, because if you're not experienced in a market like this, like for instance, we're doing a multiple offer situation right now. I had to make sure, hey, I sent the lender. Hey, I sent the escrow officer info. Hey, I had to do everything I got. I had to use a reputable lender. I had to let them know, hey, I use Chris Kelso from the Rat Pack. My loan is good as gold. You have to know who you're sending and know how to compete in a thriving market. But speaking of that, perfect segue, we're going to go ahead and talk about a few listings we have. We just put a beautiful home on the market right across from the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, 816 Wyoming, 816 Wyoming. When I say this is the cutest bungalow I've ever seen, and at the same time, you can actually see the Alamo Dome and St. Paul Square. So it's a great opportunity for those who want to be around entertainment. There's also a neighborhood bar over there that contributes all their earnings to a nonprofit. So you definitely want to go ahead and check out that bar too, that near the Alamo Dome. So when all the activities hit the Alamo Dome again, you would gladly love living at 816 Wyoming in San Antonio, Texas. The next property we have on the market is 1406 Kirby Place out in Seabrook. We just had a back-to-back second showing, so I think it's about to move. But if you're interested, jump on that. That's over 3,000 square feet, and that's going for $324,000. And then we also have one on Main Street. We have some townhouse lots on Main Street. That's at 10700 South Main Street. Those townhouse lots are going for $100,000 each. They're right across from a new development by Pulte Homes. So Pulte is what we would call, we just mentioned it a minute ago, a track builder. Pulte's a track builder. It's a number one type builder. We're number two. This builder is offering 21-23 development. It's offering semi-custom. So if you want to build a semi-custom townhome on Main Street, you have the opportunity by contacting DDLRG in 21-23 to go ahead and build you a custom townhome of your dreams. And then we also have another property at 3127 Bay Street, right there off Collinsworth and 59. 3127 Bay Street off Collinsworth and 59. It's all about location, location, location. And if you can get to an Astros game or Houston Rockets game in less than 15 minutes, I think that property is worth taking a look at. So 3127 Bay Street is another lot we have available. So just want to let y'all know that everything is good on this side, but you do have to respect the virus. If you do find yourself in a situation where you are laid off. I met one of our buyers. She was laid off on a Friday, got another job on Monday, and we're hitting the ground running. She just has to get her first pay stub from the new employer, and she's still going to buy a home. So the main thing is don't let the virus take you out. You take the virus out, and you do that by practicing social distancing, wearing gloves, wearing masks, washing your hands, working out, taking your vitamin C, and keeping yourself positive in a real estate market like this. Also, I listen to 128 FM. Excuse me, not 128 FM, 128 satellite Sirius XM. If I get down, I listen to a little Joe Osteen to get you going too. So I know we got some Joe Osteen haters out there, but during the week when you can't hear DDLRG, go to 128 Sirius XM. But now we're going to go ahead and pause on this show till next week when it's time to make a business decision about your home. Please keep in mind, it's a done deal.
With the Davis Realty. Do business with the best in the industry. Do business with the Davis Realty. Do business with the best in the industry. Do business with the Davis Realty. Do business with the best in the industry. industry.